We're going to do a little war recap here of the last war against Thamizhanda clan. It was a pretty good matchup, all things considered, when you look at it. Obviously, we had Warpig as our top Town Hall 9. He's a max Town Hall 9, except for a couple walls. And they had a Town Hall 10 up top that is pretty much a max Town Hall 9 with the addition of Inferno Towers, so that made it pretty challenging. Took a couple runs at that basis, and best we were able to do was 1 star on it. Turns out that this entire war was really, strangely, very air-focused, where a lot of wars lately have been ground-focused, especially on hogs. So today we're really going to focus a lot on the air aspect and how that all went. And we're going to start off with an attack from Gaudy on their number 18. And Gaudy's going to do some interesting things here. Of course, he's got the 3 lightnings, so he's going to start off by using the 3 lightnings against the bigger of the 2 air defenses. That's going to cause him to fight into the sweeper, and so that's a condition you have to consider. Is it worth it or is it not? But what Gaudy does really well here is he looks at how he wants his dragons to hit those air defenses, and he seals off the north end there with a couple of dragons, and he starts to seal off the south end so that the main bulk of his dragons are going to come in and they're going to hit online against these 2 surviving air defenses. He wants to hit them pretty much together so that both air defenses are firing on dragons, and then he's going to bring the loons in the back. So ADs open up, he brings the loons in, the dragons and the air defenses are engaging his dragons. A little bit late on the loons there, could have been a little bit earlier, but the loons come in. They do 1 drop on the surviving air defense, and then they're going to go around and go ahead and help with cleanup. So one thing, Gaudy could have been a little bit faster with those loons. Get them on in there, get them working off, but real good job starting to create a funnel by sealing off either end of the line of dragons so that the bulk of his dragons stayed in the center of the base. That's where you need to keep them. So down here, Town Hall 7, beginning to look at what it looks like. Let's go ahead and work through the cleanup here. 3 stars for the good guys. Good job, Gaudy. We're going to move in. And moving up the line here, we're going to see how Lax does on number 10 here. So one thing to notice here is these 2 air defenses that are touching each other here in the middle. So the first thing he's going to do is he's going to drop his 3 lightnings in the center of those, and he's going to try to get both of them. He doesn't get both of them, but he does get one, so now he has to adjust his plan. If he had gotten both of them, life would be a whole lot easier, but he's going to bring the dragons in after the first air defense, and then we'll see what he does in order to take care of that second one. He uses his king on the north end there, again, to seal off that line and force the bulk of his dragons to keep into the center of his base, because dragons will tend to spin around the outside of a base, and they may just wander around the air defenses the whole time getting shot at. So you got to force them to stay in the center by eliminating all the targets that they could get distracted by. One thing that helps keep them centered is when that clan castle is in the middle there and that clan castle troops come out. So he's about to come into range here of the second air defense, and when he starts coming into range of the second air defense, he's going to start bringing back end loons in to take care of that AD. Pretty good timing on him there. Just as the AD opens up, he brings the back end loons in, they take care of the AD, and now they're just going to shift to helping him out with the cleanup. And we got 3 stars for the good guys here. We're going to look at Obed's attack on number 6. And again, as a progression, Obed's been doing dragons for quite a while now. So he's going to be a little bit better at actually funneling these dragons. Notice that he starts deploying the dragons from the outside first, one on either end of the line that he wants to keep them in, therefore eliminating all of those buildings that could be distractions for those dragons, and all the rest of them have nowhere to go but straight into the heart of the base. So he's got 8 dragons and his balloons coming straight into the heart of the base. He's going to drop that rage spell a little bit late again on the rage spell, and a little bit too far in. You want that rage spell, the edges of it, to stop right before the air defense. That way you get maximum travel distance, and as your balloons and dragons come out the back side of the rage spell, they still receive that effect from the rage spell for a couple seconds afterwards, so their attacks on the air defenses will still be good. But you don't need that rage spell to actually overlap over top of the air defenses the way his did. And 3 stars for the good guys here. The last air attack we're going to look at up top here. It's always exciting to look at the higher town hall levels, see how they attack, what they're doing. Warpig is going to bring in a lava hound and balloon attack, what's called a La Lune attack, and he's going to open it up with his queen and healers. So start with a queen walk. Oh, excuse me, I left out the suicide king. He's going to bring his king into the bottom here to kill the enemy queen. And he wants that king to die. He actually wants that king to die because he does not want to trip the lava hound that's in the clan castle. He's trying not to bring that lava hound out of the clan castle. So he drops the queen. He drops a couple minions to help funnel her, keep pushing her in the right way. And she starts heading in the right direction. Enemy king comes out, so he throws a rage so that the healers can keep his queen up. She does plenty of damage on her own, but you want to keep that rage on her so that the healers will be raged up. And unfortunately, the queen turns around and goes the wrong direction. So he adjusts on the fly. That's fine. Deal with it. That's what happens. Shifts his attack to the other air defense and brings the lava hounds and balloons in. A couple haste spells because balloons are slow moving. They don't need rage spells. They do a ton of damage. But haste spells help keep them moving in the right direction. Unfortunately, because she turned around and went the wrong way, the queen does trip the CC, so she's working on the lava hound. She gets tied up on him for quite a long time, but all of the hounds except for this last one are going to pop, and so there's just a ton of lava pups running around the base doing a ton of damage. All of the defenses are down at this point, so the balloons start chiming in on the cleanup duty. And this one's going to be 3 stars for the good guys. So really, these bases were kind of messy, not very well laid out, not very well designed, and typically a lot of things went confusing in a lot of our attacks, and that's fine. So you see that in every attack here, things didn't necessarily go exactly as according to plan. You have to be able to adjust on the fly and think through what could go wrong, and then if it does go a different way than what you want it to, you just have to know how to adjust your plan, make it work, and still walk away with the 3 stars. And we did a great job of that in this war. It's a skill that just is learned by practice. We'll do a lot of friendly challenges. We're going to keep doing a lot more wars and learning from each other and learning a lot new experiences. We have a lot of players that are moving up from the lower Town Hall levels to Town Hall 7, Town Hall 8, and they need to learn some of these skills so that they can be successful at that level. We have a lot of people that are wearing new shoes and stepping up in the clan. They're doing a great job, and we're just going to keep working, keep helping them out to do good. And we chalk another green line into the war log. We're on a 3-war win streak right now, and we're just going to keep the hits rolling, guys. Fantastic job. Very happy with how everybody's doing. Very happy with how this war went. All of our attacks used. Unfortunately, once they realized that they weren't going to be able to catch up to us, the other clan kind of shut down and quit trying too much. But, you know, we can't dictate what they can do. We can only dictate what we can do, and what we're doing is fantastic. So thank you all very much, and thank you for another fantastic war.